Good morning. Hello, my dear students. This is the second lecture online for our course, Essay and Conversation course for third year. In the previous lecture, we talked about the content of our course. We said that we have some topics about how to write an essay. What do you mean by essay? The components of writing an essay. And also we talked about that we are going to study together some conversations in daily life. Today, inshallah, we are going to watch together a video. In this video, we have some conversations you may find in your life. And you are going to write the questions in this video, okay, and prepare answers for these questions. According from your own, not based on what you are going to listen or watch. And inshallah, we are going to discuss your answers next week. Let's move to the video and watch it together.
Good afternoon. My name is Jenny Cook, and this is my colleague Jill Budgie.
Hello.
And your names are?
My name is Victoria Bessie.
My name is Edward Naranjo.
Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Of course.
Thank you. Where are you from, Victoria?
I'm from Germany. I'm from the north coast of Germany, and it's very nice there because I live close to the sea.
And Edward, where are you from?
I'm from Peru. I live in the capital, Lima. It's near the coast.
First, we'd like to know something about you. Victoria, how do you like to spend your evenings?
In Germany, I like to go to my horse, and now I go to the gym or do something else or spend time with my friends.
And Edward, tell us about a festival or celebration in Peru.
Well, in Peru there is a lot of festival. There's one called Mistura. It's about food. It's because in Peru we have a lot of very different kind of food. So all that is made of chefs and plates goes there, and there is a big festival in Lima, the capital.
Victoria, do you use the internet much?
At home, not really, but now I'm in England, so I used to Skype very often and to go, and look films at the internet or listen to music more because I have more free time now. Yeah.
Edward, tell us about a film you really like.
Well, I really like cars and action, so maybe Fast and Furious. This was quite interesting for me. The last one, 6, I find it really good because there is quite expensive cars. The things I like.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a short question about your partner's photographs. Victoria, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs. They show people who are helping other people in different situations. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say how important it is to help people in these situations.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. In the first picture, I see a sportsman, a footballer, and somebody, I think he has a cramp or something like this, and somebody helps him. In the second picture, there's a policeman. The lady, I think she asked for the direction because she's confusing in the city. He's new or a tourist. I think both are very important persons because one has, in the first picture, he has pain, and the second picture, she needs help as well. So I think that are both very important persons for the people in each situation. I think I would prefer to help people who make some sports, because I like sports, and it's really interesting to see other people, and I...
Thank you. Edward, do you find it easy to ask for help when you have a problem?
Yes, I have an experience in London. I was looking for a hostel as an ambulance for some special places or cheaper hostel, and they help.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
Now, Edward, here are your photographs. They show people spending time in different gardens. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying about spending time in these gardens.
Okay.
All right?
Yes. Well, in the first picture, I see a girl, a blonde girl, in a garden with, I think, special plants. They have a special care about them. In the second, I see a big garden where people can go have a picnic, spend some time with family, a time to relax. I think in both cases, they all enjoy the things. In the first one, I think that girl liked to make these plants in maybe his garden, or maybe she is going to eat them. In the second one, they like to spend time in the air, free air, or maybe free thumbs is good. Both are enjoying each.
Thank you. Victoria, which garden would you prefer to spend time in?
I think I would prefer to enjoy in my own garden, so as in the first picture, because it is really enjoyable to see the plants grow up and which color they have, and so I think it is nice when you sit on the terrace and have a look in your own garden. Yeah.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? Thank you. Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that a town wants more tourists to visit. Here are some ideas they're thinking about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now, talk to each other about why these ideas would attract more tourists to the town.
Okay. Maybe we can choose one.
Yeah, okay. Would we like to talk about building nightclubs? What do you think about it?
Maybe nightclubs, I think, are focused for young people. I think that not young people like to visit towns for a nightclub. What about having more shops? I think that shopping is a special thing.
Shops is, I think, as well a good idea, because they can go with the whole family, or sometimes parents can go on their own and the children's are for their own. But I think it would be nice when it is a shopping area and not shops on the street, because when the children want to go alone, maybe it is a little bit dangerous.
So maybe we can agree providing many parks.
Parks.
Yes.
I don't really like parks, so because I don't want to have a picnic in the park, but maybe it is nice. What do you think about it?
I'm sorry, I can't agree with you. I don't like parks because most people like to spend time with their family doing a picnic on free air if it's a good weather. So maybe more tourists can go to a park.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can What do you think about building holiday flats?
I think it is a good idea, but I'm not really sure if everybody wants to live in a holiday flat. But I think it can be very interesting when it's nice, and it's a nice flat. What's your opinion?
I think that is not good for tourists, or it's not the interest of them. Putting up security cameras also, I think they're more for people who live there.
Yeah, I think when I went to holiday, and I know there are still cameras around me.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide which idea would be best for the town.
Okay.
I think the shopping areas is really nice because the whole family has something of it.
I also think providing parks, so we
Okay,
have to discuss.
which is the best one? Okay.
Yes. I like parks because also help for the weather. It's
Okay.
good for the environment. When you go to a new place, you also visit the parks, that kind of things.
Okay. Maybe I would change my opinion when I see a nice park. It's
Yes,
possible.
so
Yeah.
we can
Maybe.
find new
I
parks.
have to try it. Yeah,
Yes, it will
Okay.
be the best option.
I think so.
But not about discussing the nightclub or putting security cameras, because they are more for determined kinds of people. So
Thank you.
yes.
Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
Victoria, do you think you have to spend a lot of money to have a good holiday?
Not really. I think when you're well organized and you look early enough for something, it might be possible to make it less expensive to go on a good holiday. So it depends what I want to do, but I try to.
What do you think, Edward?
Well, I think that it's not good to have a lot of money and spend on holidays. I think the most important is the person who you enjoy it, or who you go with a holiday, so you can enjoy it more, that place.
Edward, some people say we travel too much these days and shouldn't go on so many holidays. What do you think?
Well, yes, it can be, if you have enough money to travel, well, it's great to go to new places and visit new cities and learn more about the culture also.
What do you think, Victoria?
I think it's nice to travel a lot because you can see more of the whole world and from the culture and how the people live. So I think it's nice.
Do you think people have enough time for holidays these days?
It depends on the person, because a businessman is always busy.
Yeah.
He try a lot, but not for that kind of issues. He have to make business for other people.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I think sometimes it's difficult to travel because you haven't got enough time, because you have to work hard to earn money, so it is difficult.
Why do you think people like to go away on holiday?
I think it's nice because you can, when you're far away from your home, you have not any things about your work and of your firm, so you're far away and you don't care what's in your home.
Yes, I agree with you. I have the same idea. I think that when you go out of your home, you can relax because you do new things. Maybe you can try other things. So
Yeah.
What can people do to have a good holiday in Germany?
I don't know exactly because I don't want to make holidays in Germany because the weather is all the time cloudy and bad, but I like it. It is nearly the same as in England, I think. So, and we have the sea, and so they can go surfing, and yeah, can visit small islands, and it's nice. I think so.
And in Peru?
Well, in Peru there are a lot of places you can visit. There is Machu Picchu, very famous place, of Nazca lines. Also Peru have a lot of beaches, pretty beaches. You can choose if you want like the jungle or the coast. There is a lot of places. Yes.
Thank you. That is the end of the test.
Now we have watched the first video. Now we have another video, so you must watch it carefully and try to write all questions you listen in this video and prepare answers to this video. Okay, let's watch together.
Good afternoon. My name is Jenny Cook, and this is my colleague Jenny Tennant. And your name, sir?
My name is Florian.
And my name is Maria.
Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Of course.
Thank you. Where are you from, Florian?
I'm from Holland, from the Netherlands.
And you, Maria?
I'm from Argentina.
Well, first we'd like to know something about you. Florian, tell us about a film you really like.
I really like the movie Titanic. I actually have seen it last night. And I like it because it's the story actually happened. And I like the love relationship between the two main characters.
Maria, are you going to do anything special this weekend?
Yes, this weekend I'm going with my best friends to the cinema to see a comedy film.
Mm-hmm. And Florian, how much television do you watch in a week?
Actually, quite a lot. My mom doesn't always really like it. But I watch kind of different things. I watch the regular news and also just like the lazy entertainment programs. And also I watch a lot of movies. So yeah, quite a lot actually.
Maria, do you ever listen to the radio?
Not often, but some Sundays I switch on the radio to listen music.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a question about your partner's photographs. Florian, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs. They show people who are helping other people in different situations. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say how important it is to help people in these situations. All right?
Yeah. I think in the first picture it's someone helping a soccer player because he's obviously hurt. And in the second photo, the police officer is helping, I think it must be a tourist because there's a map in the photo. And I think it's really important to help people in those situations because they both needed help, and in the first picture the person is probably in pain because mostly when you play a sport you can get injuries. And in the second photo I think it's also very important that the police officer is willing to help the tourist because it's just I think police officers are there because they have to serve the people.
Thank you. Maria, do you find it easy to ask for help when you have a problem?
It depends what problem I have, because sometimes when you are in different places you are shy, so you don't ask to help.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes, of course.
Now, Maria, here are your photographs. They show people spending time in different gardens. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying about spending time in these gardens.
Okay, I can see in the first picture a woman doing gardening maybe in his house. And the second one I can see in a beautiful park, maybe near London, and we are spending time with his family. And well, the first one, the girl is planting a nice plant, and I think both are enjoying a lot this hobby.
Thank you. Florian, which garden would you prefer to spend time in?
I think I would prefer the garden in the first picture because I think it's her own garden, and I like working in a garden with my mom and dad, so I think I would enjoy spending time in my own garden the most. Yeah.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that a town wants more tourists to visit. Here are some ideas they're thinking about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now, talk to each other about why these ideas would attract more tourists to the town.
Well, I think all the ideas on the booklet are quite good actually. I think holiday flats will attract more tourists because there is just more space for the tourists to live in while they're on holiday. And what do you think about that?
Well, I agree with you, but maybe providing parks is much better.
Why do you think that, actually?
Because I think to spend time in parks are good with the family.
Yeah, I think can have a lot of fun in parks though. Just having a nice picnic with your friends or stuff. Yeah, that would be nice. But more shops, yeah, I think it would be nice because I think a lot of people, mostly women, like shopping, and I think having a lot of shops in your town would be nice for the shopaholics.
Yes, or I don't know, maybe the tourists like to spend more time in parks than go shopping, no?
Maybe. If you're kind of a nature person, if you like nature a lot, then parks are probably much better than a lot of shops. Putting up security cameras. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea because then the town is safe and tourists will feel safe.
Yes, with the cameras are a good idea because the people are more safe than without cameras of the people that want to steal.
Yeah. No, I don't think building a large nightclub is really a good idea to attract tourists. I don't know.
It depends the age of the tourist, no?
Yeah, definitely, but I don't think it will attract a lot of tourists because of one club. I think it's a combination of several things that attract tourists.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide which idea would be best for the town.
Okay. So what do you think is the best idea for the town to do?
I think building holiday flats, maybe.
Yes. Why do you think that?
Because all the tourists like to have flats to stay.
Yeah, but maybe the parks are just are a better idea to provide because they're really nice to just have a walk in and enjoy the nature with your friends and family.
Yes. So if you like providing parks, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I do think that's a good idea. Yeah, but also the holiday flats, I think it's a good idea because you have to have space for the tourists to live in. So if there's no space, there probably won't be a lot of tourists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please? Thank you. Florine, do you think you have to spend a lot of money to have a good holiday?
I don't think you have to spend a lot of money because I think you can also you can also have a good holiday when you're with just your friends or people you like to spend time with. And I don't think that should be in a nice fancy hotel or something where you have to spend a lot of money. Just you have to be with people you like and enjoy being with.
What do you think, Maria?
Well, it depends which place you want to go. Because maybe if you want to go to an island, I think you are going to spend a lot of money than if you go to a campsite with friends.
Maria, some people say we travel too much these days and shouldn't go on so many holidays. What do you think?
Yes, I think nowadays, a lot of people travel more than a few years ago because I think the world is increasing, so the people like to travel.
Do you agree, Florine?
I think we travel a lot these days, but I think that's also because everybody has got a lot more money to spend. So I think they spend it on traveling because they want to see a lot of the world. So.
Florine, do you think people have enough time for holidays these days?
No, I don't think so. I think if you're in school, like I am, you have got a lot of long breaks, especially the summer break is a long break. But I think when you're done with school and you have to start your professional life, then there isn't a lot of time for holidays.
You, Maria?
Yes, I agree with Doreen. But some people work not a lot, so maybe can take more holidays than other people.
Why do you think people like to go away on holiday?
Well, I think because they would like to see a lot of different parts of the world, so they can just like develop their knowledge of it.
Yes, and it's a good idea to spend time doing this traveling around the world.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea as well.
What do you think is the biggest advantage of living in a place where there are a lot of tourists?
I actually don't really think that there are a lot of advantages. Do you think that?
No, because maybe the city or the town is going to be so crowded, so you can do a lot of activities because other places are full.
Yeah, I think it's mostly the only big advantage is that you get a lot of money from the tourists, so it's good for the local economy. Yeah, I don't think for the city itself it's a big advantage. There's a lot of foreign people. So, yeah.
And what can people do to have a good holiday in Holland?
I think they should go to Amsterdam because it's the main city of the Netherlands, and I think they can spend a lot of time in the nature that we've got, mostly in the north of the Netherlands. It's very pretty, and I think yeah, most cities are pretty nice to visit because everyone is really nice. Yeah, and they're willing to help you if you need something.
And in Argentina?
Well, in Argentina, if you like to do some nature activities, you can go to the Iguazu Falls. And then in the south, you can do sports in the snow, such as skiing, snowboard, or walking with friends.
Thank you. That is the end of the test.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we have watched the two videos. You are going to prepare questions that you heard in these videos, and you are going to prepare your own answers to these questions. I want you also to think about who is the best or the fluent speaker in the four, Florin, Maria, Victoria, or Edward. One of them speaks more fluently. Who do you think? Thank you, and see you inshallah next week.